And as we speak tonight, questions remain about the shooter, his motives, and the security failures that allowed him to get so close to the former president with an assault-style rifle. Investigators say 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks was the man who opened fire on the former president. Snipers shot and killed him. Sources telling NBC News Crooks was an outcast and bullied during his high school years. Crooks is a registered Republican, but did make a $15 donation to a left-leaning group. He had not yet been able to vote in a presidential election. Well, the rooftop Crooks had gotten onto to carry out the shooting was just about 150 yards away from the stage on which former president was giving his speech. And these kinds of security failures don't happen often. For some insight, I spoke to a former Army officer who now calls Waxhaw home about the security measures at yesterday's rally. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Steve Russell immediately recognized the sound of the weapon used in Saturday's assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
It was an AR-type platform, semi-automatic.
Russell knows military strategy and tactics. He was the commanding officer responsible for capturing Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein in 2003. He says while many are in a rush to point out what went wrong, we need to talk about what went right after former President Trump was grazed by gunfire, the Secret Service agents and the snipers.
They sacrificed their own bodies to place them on top of the former president. They did everything they were trained to do. And then when the threat was eliminated, they immediately got him evacuated.
But with retaining walls and other structures nearby, he says in hindsight, the security team could have placed pre-positioned law enforcement covering a wider area.
The snipers were able to get on the shooter. They found him, they acquired him, they killed him. Had they not, we know that many others could have been injured or killed, including the former president. And so while we're in a
Russell, a veteran of 3 wars, is now president of humanitarian organization JARS that is based in Waxhaw. Coverage of this historic event continues tomorrow here on WCNC Charlotte.